Imagine stepping into a house where kindness is a mask, where trust is a death sentence, and where the person you turn to for help is the one who will destroy you. This is the true story of Shelley Kay, a woman who turned her home into a nightmare, trapping her victims in a web of cruelty, control, and suffering. Shelley Kay didn't look like a monster. To the outside world, she was just an ordinary woman living in Washington state. But behind closed doors, she was something else entirely. She didn't just hurt people, she broke them. And the worst part, she made them believe they deserved it. It started in the 1990s when Shelley began taking in people who were lost, vulnerable, or had nowhere else to go. Friends, family, strangers. She welcomed them with a smile, promising safety, comfort, a second chance. But once they stepped inside, they never left the same. At first, it was subtle. She controlled what they wore, what they ate, when they slept. Then came the punishments, for reasons only she understood. Sleep deprivation, starvation, isolation, humiliation. She had a way of getting inside their heads, making them feel like they had no choice, like she was their only hope. Even her husband Dave, a quiet and obedient man, fell under her spell. He became her enforcer, carrying out her cruel orders without question. But Shelley wasn't satisfied with just control. She needed complete domination, and soon, the people she took in stopped being guests. They became prisoners. Some didn't make it out alive. Kathy was one of them. She was young, kind, and had trusted Shelley when she had nowhere else to go. But Shelley turned on her, breaking her down piece by piece until her body gave up. Instead of calling for help, Shelley had her husband dispose of her like she was nothing more than trash. Then there was Ron, a friend, a guest, a victim. He too vanished. And just like before, Shelley covered it up, weaving lies so twisted that no one knew the truth, until it was too late. For years, the horror inside Shelley's house remained a secret. Her daughters, forced to witness the nightmare, carried the weight of what they saw, trapped in silence by fear. But eventually, the truth clawed its way to the surface. In 2003, the police finally uncovered what had been happening. The testimonies were horrific, stories of abuse so unimaginable that even seasoned investigators were shaken. When they dug deeper, the evidence was undeniable. Shelley was arrested. In 2004, she was sentenced to decades behind bars, her reign of terror finally over. But the scars she left behind? They'll never heal. Would you have seen through the mask? Or would you have stepped inside her